Hello and welcome to the Rakyat Times TV News. I'm Mick Hu. Police have prevented an attempt to attack government buildings in the Klang Valley. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar said that 12 people linked to the militant Islamic State of Iraq and Syria ISIS group had been arrested, and police had also seized explosive materials and items likely to be used in bomb making. Moving on. The church in the middle of the cross controversy says it has chosen to forgive the protesters for what they did last week. The senior pastor of the church, Paul Pakianandan, announced this after a visit to the church by the Malaysians for Malaysia group yesterday at Taman Medan. The civil society group, led by Muslims, had gathered at the church to show solidarity in the face of last week's protest. The Selangor government, on its part, had already said that the state had no issue with the church being located at the shop lot. The Malaysians for Malaysia group went a step further in its effort by distributing flowers to the Malay Muslim community at Desa Mentari 2, the low-cost flats immediately behind the church. The group's organizer, Azrul Muhammad Khalid, said this was done to promote peace and harmony among religions in this country. Moving on. The Nepal earthquake. Members of the public can contact Wisma Putra at 03-888-74570 for the latest news on Malaysians affected by the 7.9 magnitude earthquake. Relief efforts in Nepal are intensifying, and rescue missions and aid materials have started arriving in the country. This is Nepal's worst earthquake in more than 80 years. According to Reuters, more than 3,000 people have been killed. 17 people have also been killed on Mount Everest by avalanches, the mountain's worst ever disaster. Meanwhile, a powerful aftershock was felt on Sunday in Nepal, India and Bangladesh, and more avalanches were reported near Everest. The tremor, centered 60 km or 40 miles east of Nepal's capital, Kathmandu, sent people running in panic for open grounds in the city. The death toll from the original earthquake on Saturday could rise as the situation is unclear in remote areas which remain cut off or hard to access. Many mountains' roads are cracked or blocked by landslides. Scores of bodies have been ferried to hospitals in Kathmandu, and many of these hospitals are struggling to cope with the numbers of injured. Back to the news in Malaysia. The Kita Lawan movement will again take to the streets of Kuala Lumpur on May 1st. This time, it is adding the Goods and Services Tax, GST, which took effect on the 1st of April to their list of causes. Mandip Singh from Kita Lawan will be on Rakyat Times TV News on this Wednesday. Stay tuned and don't forget to turn up for the May 1st rally to make sure that your rights as citizens are guaranteed. And that was the news on Rakyat Times TV. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place.